Hey there, explorers. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the teachings and principles of Christianity and embark on a transformative journey through the realms of faith and spirituality. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that holds immense relevance in our modern times: the profound role of men of God and how they navigate leadership with a unique blend of love and strength. In a world where challenges abound and the need for compassionate yet firm guidance is paramount, exploring the ways in which these individuals embody these qualities is not just intriguing but essential. So join us as we embark on a journey to uncover the wisdom, insights, and practices that empower men of God to lead with grace and resilience in the complexities of today's world. In today's world, there's a lot of confusion about what it means to be a man. We see images everywhere of men who look really tough, like they can do anything by themselves. They make it seem like being strong means not needing anyone else. But is that really true? What does it mean to be a man who follows God, especially when we're surrounded by these kinds of ideas? Being a man of God doesn't mean you have to be the toughest or the most independent person around. Instead, it's about following the teachings of God and treating others with kindness and respect. It means being strong enough to ask for help when you need it and supporting those around you. Sometimes it can be hard to figure out what it means to be a man in today's society. There are so many different messages telling us how we should act and what we should believe. But if we look to our faith and the teachings of God, we can find guidance on how to be the best men we can be. Being a man of God doesn't mean you have to be perfect. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. What's important is that we try our best to live according to God's will and to treat others with love and compassion. In a world where masculinity is often portrayed in narrow and unrealistic ways, it's important to remember that being a man of God is about more than just physical strength or independence. It's about having the courage to be vulnerable, the humility to admit when we're wrong, and the compassion to lift others up along the way. So let's strive to be men who reflect the values of God in everything we do. A man who follows God isn't just strong in body or bossy. He's known for being humble, loving God, and helping people. He knows real strength is about being good, not just being tough. He shows others how to live right by being kind and wise. He helps his family, his church, and his neighbors with care and understanding. When we talk about a man of God, we're talking about someone who doesn't push people around or show off his muscles. Instead, he's someone who listens, who cares, and who tries to make the world a better place. He doesn't think he's better than anyone else. He's just trying to do what's right. You won't find a man of God trying to be the center of attention or seeking power over others. He's more interested in quietly serving others and being a good example for those around him. He knows that leading by showing love and kindness is much more effective than trying to force people to follow him. One of the things that sets a man of God apart is his commitment to putting others before himself. He's willing to sacrifice his own comfort and desires if it means helping someone else. Whether it's lending a listening ear, offering a helping hand, or just being there for someone in need, he's always ready to step up and make a difference. Being a man of God involves more than just going to church or saying prayers. It means learning how to love others the way Jesus did. Jesus taught us to care for each other and put others' needs before our own. This means we need to let go of our own wants and ego and think about what's best for everyone. When we love like this, we treat women with kindness and fairness. Instead of seeing them as objects to control, we see them as equals and partners in life's journey. Loving like Jesus means being humble and understanding. It means listening to others and considering their feelings. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in our own desires and forget about how our actions affect those around us. But being a man of God means being aware of this and striving to do better every day. When we love as Christ loved us, we show compassion and empathy towards everyone, regardless of their gender or background. We treat others with respect and dignity, just as we would want to be treated. This means being mindful of our words and actions and always striving to uplift and support those around us. In today's world, where gender roles and expectations can sometimes be confusing, it's important for men to embrace the teachings of Jesus and love unconditionally. This means standing up against injustice and inequality and being advocates for change. It means challenging stereotypes and breaking down barriers that divide us. Ultimately, being a man of God is about embodying love in everything we do. It's about living with kindness and compassion and always striving to make the world a better place for everyone. When we love as Christ loved us, we not only honor God, but we also create a brighter and more hopeful future for generations to come. Loving others can be a real challenge, especially when the world around us seems to focus more on who's in control and who's on top. It's like climbing a big mountain where the path isn't always clear. You need to be brave and show your true feelings, even when it feels scary or risky. It's like stepping into a room full of strangers and being yourself no matter what. Sometimes, loving others means putting yourself in a vulnerable spot, like standing in the rain without an umbrella. It means opening your heart wide, even though you might get hurt. But that's okay, because love isn't about being safe. It's about being real. It's about sharing your joys and your sorrows with others, like sharing a piece of cake with a friend. Being there for others isn't just about saying nice things. It's about really listening and understanding. It's like being a detective, trying to solve the mystery of someone else's feelings. And when you figure it out, you can be there to celebrate with them or lend a shoulder to cry on. Sure, it's not always easy. There are times when you might feel like giving up, like the road ahead is just too steep. But remember, every step you take brings you closer to the top of that mountain. Every act of love, no matter how small, makes a difference in someone's life. So don't be afraid to love others even when it's hard. Be brave, be kind, and be there for each other. Because in the end, love is what makes the climb worthwhile. So how can we foster this kind of love in our daily lives? It all starts with building a stronger connection with God, letting His love shape us from the inside out. When we take the time to talk to Him and think deeply about His teachings, when we read His words and ask for His guidance, something special happens. We begin to view ourselves and those around us through the lens of His love and compassion. As we spend more time in prayer and meditation, we start to understand God's love for us more deeply. We realize that His love is unconditional and boundless, reaching out to embrace us no matter who we are or what we've done. This realization fills us with a sense of gratitude and humility, inspiring us to love others in the same way. Studying God's Word also helps us see the world from His perspective. We learn about His endless mercy and forgiveness, His tireless compassion for the downtrodden and the lost. And as we absorb these lessons, we find ourselves becoming more patient, more understanding, and more willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. Seeking God's guidance in all aspects of our lives is another key to cultivating love. When we surrender ourselves to His will and trust in His plan for us, we open ourselves up to experiencing His love in profound ways. We begin to see the beauty and value in every person we encounter, recognizing that each one is a beloved child of God, deserving of love and respect. In essence, nurturing a love like God's involves a continuous process of growth and transformation. It requires us to be intentional in our efforts to deepen our relationship with Him, to open our hearts to His love, and to extend that love to others in everything we do. And as we journey along this path, we'll find that the love we give and receive becomes a powerful force for healing, reconciliation, and positive change in our world. As we nurture our connection with God, something beautiful happens. Our affection for others blossoms alongside. They cease to be seen as adversaries or sources of fear, but rather as precious individuals, each cherished by God and deserving of our care and respect. This realization fills us with a newfound sense of purpose and strength. We discover the courage to advocate for what is right, even when doing so is met with resistance or seems daunting. We draw upon the assurance that God is ever present, guiding and supporting us through every challenge we face. In embracing this perspective, we find ourselves empowered to navigate life's complexities with grace and compassion. We no longer feel the need to view others through a lens of competition or suspicion. Instead, we approach each interaction with a spirit of empathy and understanding, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every person we encounter. This shift in mindset not only enriches our relationships, but also fosters a deeper sense of unity and harmony within our communities. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this and sharing it with fellow Christians seeking a mindful connection with God. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and feel free to leave a comment below to share your thoughts with us. Let's reject the false ideals of masculinity that our culture tries to impose on us, and instead, let's embrace the example of Christ, who showed us what it truly means to love and lead with strength and humility. Stay blessed, and see you next time.